Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. We are the Hologrumps. I'm Liam.
And I'm Colum.
And we're here today to talk to you about some Star Trek articles that have been released this week. But before we start, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you see here. So, we're going to bring you some weekly news and keep you up to date with what's being said and what's being talked about. Could Jonathan Frakes be set to return as Riker for season 2 of Picard? Frakes is also excited about another project he's working on. Let's find out what we've learned. And stay tuned for other bits of Star Trek news.
Now, on Thursday night, Jonathan Frakes participated in a live stream charity event with the Trek Geeks podcast to support Feeding America. Referring to the solo Riker scene on the flagship, he said, "I liked that scene actually. I thought the writing was clever. I was wary of when they had gone to the well to have Riker show up again because he had said he had left Starfleet. But I think between Akiva and Shaban and Alex, they cleverly wove it into the story, and I hope that we see him again. I certainly hope to have the spacesuit on again." Going on, the only other interesting snippet is that he confirmed Strange New Worlds will be filmed like all the other stuff, all the other newer stuff.
CBS Trek.
Yes. There was a period of next gen early when Rick did not want to cut from a moving shot to a moving shot. If you remember, there were also a lot of static 2 shots and singles. It wasn't very theatrical. And on Alex's show on Discovery and Picard, and I believe this will be the case with the new Pike show, Strange New Worlds, we are encouraged to, as Robbie Duncan McNeil says, shoot to thrill, and we are given the tools in which to achieve that. Frakes is also confirmed to be directing at least one episode of Strange New Worlds. The article is down below in the description.
Yes, and hopefully Frakes can bring over some of his Star Trek knowledge to make it a decent Star Trek show. However, in the daily StarTrekNews.com article, Goldsman talks to us about the possibility of more Brent Spiner and Starfleet in Season 2 of Picard. But the real news, in my opinion, is that Picard was rushed, and Goldsman has confirmed this. He's spelled it out for us. Goldsman spoke to IndieWire yesterday about Season 1 of Picard, including breaking down some of his thoughts on how the season played out, and how things might be different in Season 2. IndieWire said that Goldsman hinted that the writing process was hurried for Season 1, but that the actually gave the writers more time to perfect the scripts. Now that's how Daily Star Trek News reports that. But in relation to more Starfleet in Star Trek Picard, Goldsman said, "Especially as we go forward, we are going to start making statements about really what the world of Starfleet, at least technologically, if not socially and culturally, is. There are things that are likely to get a little bit more play than they did in Season 1, in what was essentially a story about someone outside of Starfleet." In hinting towards more Brent Spiner in Season 2, Goldsman said, "I think you always want another Soon." He is referencing, of course, Inigo Soon, son of Noonien Soon, in this next piece. "We all knew this Soon character had been in our headcanon when it came to the first season anyway. But we want more Brent, and we wanted to create a platform for which there could be more Brent in future seasons." I think Brent Spiner's been in every different generation of Star Trek now, hasn't he?
Every iteration aside from the original series.
He was in Enterprise, of course, he must have a very strong gene.
He wasn't in Voyager.
No, he wasn't in Voyager, but I just mean the generation. So Voyager's the same generation.
He
as the
has
next
existed.
generation.
In canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's existed in every timeline. And finally, as reported by Trek Movie, Jack Quaid, who we know as Huey from The Boys, has confirmed that Lower Decks will be full of deep-cut jokes and Easter eggs for Trekkies. Quaid also confirms that he doesn't know much about Star Trek, and he says he was just a Star Wars fan before watching Next Generation during. I wouldn't be surprised, however, if that now means he knows more about Trek than all of CBS itself. The show is super funny, but it is definitely still Star Trek. If you're a huge Star Trek nerd, you're going to get a lot of the references and a lot of the deep cut jokes. But I think even if you're new to it, I think it's something really cool to introduce you to Star Trek universe as well. It's a super funny show. It is a comedy. It is animated, but it is definitely still Star Trek, which is awesome.
Of course, it's important to note that us Europeans will never get the chance to see Lower Decks, as there is no international distributor.
Cough, cough.
Woe is us. And there is one more article that is currently making the rounds. However, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to leave it right here.
Take it away.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
So, if you like what you see here, if you enjoy what you've heard, if you want to hear more news about Star Trek, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any news that we don't know about, or if there's anything you want to discuss, hit the comment button below and leave us a comment. We always reply. We're really happy to. But we're signing off now. So for the Hologrumps, I've been Colum.
And I've been Liam.
And remember, existence is futile.